Come to Roatan with me and my husband. Hi everyone, Nicole here, relationship coach, and in today's video, I'm going to take you along on my trip with my husband to Roatan. And the reason I wanted to record this video today was to talk about recreational intimacy. Now, recreational intimacy refers to basically just having fun with your partner. It is such an important part of a relationship, and sometimes when you've been with someone for a long time, or maybe you were struggling in the relationship, this is a level of intimacy that can fall off to the wayside. All right, here we go. Let's go to Roatan. Babe, are you ready?
I'm ready.
So welcome to the first Airbnb we stayed at. And let me tell you that when my husband and I were struggling, we weren't traveling so much and we were doing more and more of our own thing. We were distracting ourselves on our screens, him with his video games, and I was way more concerned about getting through the day without an argument rather than having fun together as a couple. Oh, hey, husband. But ask any relationship expert, and most will agree that building a strong relationship or rekindling the flame requires friendship, and doing activities is a great way to do this. Anyways, we really loved that Airbnb and especially its location in West End, Roatan. So here's our beach area. I believe this is officially called Half Moon Bay, and we were obsessed with the vibe here. How gorgeous is this? I really want to talk about recreational intimacy in this video, but it's hard not to also talk about experiential intimacy, which is basically living moments of awe together, like this natural wonder we experienced during our trip. By the way, if you want to know more about the different types of intimacy that make for a strong relationship, check out the description below for a link to my mini course. So coming up, you'll see more and more of the beach area, and that's where we would swim out from to go snorkeling, because Roatan has some of the best snorkeling in the world and it's so accessible. You'll see like on the right, it's kind of dark in the water, and that's kind of like grass that was at the bottom there. So it wasn't like full on seaweed that like tickles your feet or anything. Like it was low to the bottom. So we'd swim over there and we would go out to the coral. And this whole area is called the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef, like all the coral, all the reef in Roatan. And it's actually the largest in the Northern Hemisphere and second in size in the world after the Great Barrier Reef. There was a lot of just lounging on the beach there also. At the beginning of our trip, when we still very much felt like tourists, here we are, we ended up taking a water taxi to get around from one bay to another. And this water taxi was awesome because you probably saw the dog named Coffee. Here she is, and she would come along with us. And my husband took this clip, and obviously he's awesome, as you can see, at doing video editing stuff. He's got the perfect gear for my videos. I do need a mic. As you could tell from the beginning of this video, the sound quality was horrible, but hey, I will fix that someday. And speaking of goals, my husband has been amazing at keeping us on track with our fitness goal. We found that awesome gym here in Roatan. So after a couple days, we actually decided we wanted to experience life on the island more like the locals, and we ended up renting a scooter. Even though it was harrowing, we had so much fun. This was also an opportunity for me to show my husband lots of trust because it could get crazy out on the streets and dirt there. So we loved the main street in West End, which is what you see here with all the fruit stands, the street food, the restaurants, and the little shops. I feel like it's really hard to do it justice with this video and capture the vibe, but hopefully you can just imagine it. We loved it so much in Roatan that we ended up extending our vacation by 2 days. Here's an example of some street food. Yes, there were vegan options. So with the scooter, it was a lot easier for us to visit some of the sites. And one of these was Carambola Gardens that you see here. And we hiked up a mountain there and we learned about the native trees and even saw a couple of watusas. If you're Canadian, we compare these to our squirrels. They're just like everywhere. It was such a gorgeous climb and the view was amazing. And just being there with my husband to witness it was another great example of experiential intimacy as a couple. By the way, whenever you experience some sort of wonder, make sure to call it out so you guys can both connect together. So this is just an awesome drone shot that my husband took. We're looking over Sandy Bay here, and there's lots of different features here for people to visit. So I believe this is an island called right near Anthony's Keys. I don't know if this is part of it. It looks like a really fancy resort, just having those little cabins on the water. We did not stay there. We are just snooping around with our drone. This was a day where it wasn't particularly nice out, so you don't see a lot of blue sky, which was perfect actually for hiking up a mountain when it was like close to like 40 degrees with the humidity there when we were there, 40 degrees Celsius. So you can also see it was a bit windy, so there are a lot of waves today. It wasn't a really good snorkeling day anyways because of all the waves and just the cloudy sky. So we got to see some dolphins from up here. We didn't go visit them. I'm not sure from an ethical point of view if I agree or not with having dolphins in captivity like that, but look how gorgeous of a creature those are. So we got to see them from far away. One of the neat things about working on recreational intimacy with my husband and all levels of intimacy is that he is so much more supportive of my projects and what I'm doing. At first, it didn't seem like he understood. And when we were struggling together, it didn't seem as much of a priority for him to understand. We were just trying to get through a day, like I said, without arguing. But now he gets to participate in my projects. And as you can see, he's so supportive by taking these shots for us, obviously as a souvenir, but also that I can use to share it with you guys and to show some of the exciting things we do and what you get to experience when you work on your relationship.
Recreational intimacy and all the levels of intimacy is something I work with women on. But if you want to get more information first, make sure to click on the link in the description to get more information about my intimacy mini course.
All right, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you had a great time following us along in Roatan. If you have any comments, if you've been there before, let me know what you thought. Let me know if you've gone to see something that we didn't visit so we can go back and experience that ourselves. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.